Hey Dragon Warriors, hope you're all doing well. This is your final video for the week. So, looking back on some feedback from how children and everyone were training, especially with their kicks and structural movement, I noticed there's a lot of lack of stability in the students' legs. So I'm going to show you a 4-point drill. It's very classical, something to develop some strength in your legs. So this is quite a short tutorial. It's just an exercise that you can do once a day if you want to. If you're really good, you can add more time to each pose and each hold and try to work on the technique. But what I'm going to do is show you the technique of how it should look and how it should work. And if you drop your feet, don't worry. So it's a standing pose to strengthen your structure and legs. So we're going to hold the legs in 3 different areas. So the basic one is this. So from here, I turn my foot out 45 degrees. And I'll lift the foot out forward, nice and low. From the side view, it looks like this. And I have my hands here, just this height. It's quite far from my body. I would prefer if people did it from here, but you can just, from here is good. Do not do it from here. Makes no point. You're not training nothing, and in fact, you're making yourself weak, and I don't like weak students. So, forward, yeah, nice and far, like you're reaching forward, yeah, good. You're going to hold each posture for about approximately 5 long seconds, okay? So first posture is forward, 1, toes pointing, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then release the knee, rest, because you're not supposed to put the foot down. The next exercise I'm going to show you is when you have your toes lifted up. First one is when your toes are pointing. This one's when your toes are lifting up, okay? However, you have to still face the same stance. So as I finish the front toe, I would turn my foot to the side like this. It's not comfortable, especially on the hip, it's quite tight. So it's something just to practice. Forward and then to the side. Toes up, off the floor. And you hold this for approximately 5 long seconds. Then after that, we go to the next exercise. Is after I hold it for 5, I'm going to do this. It's like a Superman pose, right? So I did the front, I did the side, and then I'm going to stick my foot out from behind. I'm going to bend this front leg, and I'm going to counterbalance on the front, okay? Looks weird, but trust me, it's a good exercise. From here, so after I finish the outside pose, I have to keep my front leg bent, and I have to pose and focus on the front. And try to your best to keep your stability as much as you can for 5 seconds, okay? And then the final pose is this, is after I've done the back pose, I bring my foot right to the front, and I rest it behind, like this. From behind, I rest it, and I sit on my stance like this. For 5 seconds to finish the drill. Okay? So I'm going to do 1 cycle with you. Now, crucial things to remember. This is not just to keep up with the drill, okay? It means nothing if you're just like running through it. You're trying to push yourself, challenge yourself. If you're in a stance and you feel like, oh, this is easy, look, watch the weighted leg. Put your weight into it, bend. You see how much my height drops, right? Bend. If you're losing stability, don't worry. Hop. Do the best you can to keep it. Do not drop the foot. If you drop the foot, then it kind of defeats the purpose. However, if it's too hard and you drop the foot, then quickly pick it back up. Chunky and above should be able to do this without putting their foot down. I don't mind if you hop around, trying to keep your balance, but try your best to not. And then you repeat the same exercise on the other side, okay? So I'm going to show you and do 1 whole set with you, okay? You ready? Let's do it, team. So have your foot ready. And let's hold the foot up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release, toes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the knees, release the hip, sink. Hold the leg, go back, counterbalance with your weight going forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. come back to the front, rest on the back leg, sink. 1, 2, 3, sink more, 4, 5, and slowly release. What you'll notice is you'll get this burning lactic acid building up in your leg if you've been bending the leg, if you kept that leg bent, right? And that is your 20-second pose on one side, and then you repeat the same exercise on the same side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold the 5, control your balance, hold the 5, and from here, if you're gonna hop, just fine, sink, and try and hold balance for 5. Okay, your hip jittering, your knees jittering, don't stress. It's okay, because the knee stabilizers, hip stabilizers, all your muscles are going through like almost like an erratic sort of shock because of the conditioning. And if you learn to breathe through it, you start to stabilize, okay? So as you've done that, if you felt, yep, that was easy, bend this leg more, lift your legs higher, and hold it longer, okay? BUG, your aim is to go between 5 to 10 seconds in each of those poses. And make sure if you do it once on the left, do once on the right, and try to hold it. If you have to put a timer on, put a timer on, and work on this exercise. It does wonders for your stability, especially when you're in your stance and you're fighting and you're kicking, okay? Fantastic team. Hopefully you can make the most of this four-point leg pose drill and work on your stability and structure. Anyway, hope you've had a good, entertaining and good week. I know the weather's great and you know there's lots of rules and regulations going on, but as long as we're staying healthy and we're staying, you know, in good regulations and we're keeping out each other as healthy mentally and physically as possible, then we're just going to come back to a greater time, great society and some greater training. Okay, so let's finish class. 1, 2 and 3. Thank you very much team. Hope you're all well. Take care.